Bullying can be very cruel. People carry the words and the gestures and the things that are said for a lifetime. It hinders on their self-esteem, on their self-confidence. It brings them down. And I feel like I was a victim of that. In kindergarten, I had a kindergarten teacher named Ms. Rodriguez, and Ms. Rodriguez would get up in front of the class and laugh at my lips and make fun of my lips in front of the kids, and the kids would all laugh. We'd go into the playground, and out in the playground the kids would make fun of my lips. Later on in kindergarten, it continued. It never stopped. The She got worse with spanking the calves, spanking my hands and making fun of my lips and more in front of the class. So when we'd go out into the playground, the laughing at me got more intense. Later on in junior high and high school, since I was going to school with the same kids over and over, the name calling graduated from Fat Lips to Aunt Jemima. Later on in the latter part of junior high, the kids started being more cruel. Fat Lips, Aunt Jemima, they went to Black Snake, Black Sheep, and the ugly word now referred to as the N-word was given to me a lot. Growing up also, my parents were very strict. My mother was older. She was 47 when she had me. My dad was 46, so they were very strict. They didn't allow me to shave my legs. So I developed another nickname. Kids started calling me Gorilla. Name calling continued, and kids were cruel. A group of girls decided that they were going to get me into trouble and decided to go and tell the teacher that I was cussing. I never did cussing. I was always respectful because I was fearful of my parents. Well, these girls decided they were going to say that I cussed on the playground. The teachers tortured me for 3 days until I finally got tired of it, admitted to cussing. I got my 3 licks, and when I left, after getting my 3 licks, the group of girls were outside, and they were laughing, snickering, and just carrying on about how they had managed to get me into trouble and got my legs. And the last memories of school that I remember was getting measured for my cap and gown. So the cruelty not only comes from kids but from teachers. My typing teacher was measuring me for my cap and gown, and she turns around, she looks at me, and she says, 7 1/4 on my head circumference. And she turns around and looks at me and says, "Big head, too bad there's nothing in it." Well, today I've managed to earn 2 degrees. I'm a registered nurse in surgical intensive care. I consider myself a very intelligent nurse, a very good nurse. It's been hard to try to overcome the feeling of ugliness and ignorance. It's difficult because that you always carry that inside, but because you never get rid of it. But today I have strength, endurance, and intelligence. I continue on with my education, and I have raised my daughter in the thoughts that to treat everybody respectful, her classmates respectful, regardless of if they're poor, if they're rich, if they're intelligent, if they're not intelligent, but to be equal to everybody and to treat everybody with respect and to keep an open mind, because that's what counts. To be good, to be kind to people, to know that words are hurtful. And I'm all the better for it today. Thanks.
Sticks and stones will break my bones, and words will forever hurt me. Bullied, betrayed, name-called, and broken, I continue to fall with every word that is spoken. I wasn't put on this earth plastic assembled and in a box. I can be tormented, tortured, and my feelings aren't under locks. Please stop hurting me, for I want to live my life, rather than sitting alone here with this knife. Bullying is a growing epidemic that has stood the test of time. As reports of bullying incidents increase, so do the reports of victim suicide. Together as a society, we need to come together to stop bullying.